Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a great day today, and in one of my previous videos I essentially brought up the fact that Commander Shepard, should he or she return in the next upcoming Mass Effect game, and I also discussed the fact that should Shepard really return, but not as a playable character, but as the player avatar's sort of NPC mentor, and this got a lot of people talking in the comments, so I wanted to give it its own video and give it more the time of day, so let's get right into it.
Lockhart QT.
Now, I know a lot of you want Commander Shepard to return as the main playable character because, let's be honest, some of you have been playing since the original Mass Effect and you want your Commander Shepard to return, and I completely understand that. So put down those pitchforks and let me explain. In games such as Borderlands 2, Dragon Age if you want a bioware example, and if you want a more recent example, the new Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC Future Redeemed, where we all get to play as main protagonists from past games, but then in the sequels we get to see them as NPCs in mentor roles. I've got a few examples obviously shown on screen. But what if for the next Mass Effect game, whether it be Mass Effect 4, 5 or whatever, Andromeda 2, who knows, Shepard could return as a mentor to a brand new protagonist. Now personally I think it would be really cool if bioware could do this by having us play as either Shepard's child or just as a new protagonist altogether, maybe perhaps working for the Alliance or just like a regular human in maybe a colony or a settlement, and they somehow get entangled in either galactic civil war or whatever the next story is going to be. But I think it'd be really cool if we see Commander Shepard essentially as the new Anderson, if he's the new Anderson essentially, and he's that sort of character where he's guiding the player through the story, perhaps working with the Alliance as someone high up, because this would be super interesting. Surely Commander Shepard, because if you finished the original trilogy, obviously how that plays out, and obviously Commander Shepard saves the day time and time again in Mass Effect 1, 2 and 3, so surely Commander Shepard would be treated as some sort of like god or a hero to some sort of people, because essentially Commander Shepard saved the galaxy, or controlled the Reapers, or synthesized all organics and AI, or if you want to be that one person who refused it and let the Reapers blow up the entire galaxy, but hey ho. And as I said, if it wasn't for really Shepard in the canon, well, what we think of the canon endings being synthesis, control and destroy, we think that Commander Shepard saved the galaxy, so it'd be really cool if we could see them as a mentor and sort of see the aftermath of our story play out, because I think that'd be really satisfying as someone who's played the original trilogy to see where Commander Shepard goes from there. I think the way that they could do this is if, I don't know if it would be a Summer Games Fest or EA Play or whatever Game Awards, is they have a new trailer where they show off like the new playable protagonist, maybe Liara, some other returning characters and planets, gameplay maybe, and then right at the end they just show like Shepard, but looking noticeably older. I don't know how on earth they do this, because obviously the whole point of Mass Effect 1, 2 and 3 and Andromeda, to be fair, is you can customize the character to however you want, or you can use the sort of default Shepard, male or female. So I think it'd be really weird. I don't know how they do it. They could do it, so for example in Mass Effect Andromeda, before you start the game you can actually choose what your sibling looks like, so you have a more customizable experience going into the story. So they could do something similar here, where you get into the main menu of the next Mass Effect game and then you can essentially customize Shepard to what you want. And I talked about in one of my previous videos the fact that we could import previous save files and therefore customizable Shepards. So perhaps if we use like old codes from, or if you use codes from the Legendary Edition for example, perhaps we could import our Shepard and then make them look older. I think that would be a super cool idea, and I've got to be honest, it's something that I've just come up with right now, so I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. I've heard many people talk about if Liara's going to be the main playable character, if Ryder's coming back. Personally, I don't think Ryder will come back, because obviously the mass amount of the gaming industry didn't like Andromeda, didn't like Ryder. I didn't mind Ryder, but compared to Commander Shepard, it's sort of night and day, isn't it? But speaking of Liara, I don't think Liara can be the main playable character. I mean, again, the whole point of Mass Effect is you can customize your own hero and have them save the galaxy, and you can do it in your own way, because that way it supports all types of people. And the only other thing I could think of really is if we are able to customize our own alien race, say for example Asari, Drell, Krogan, whoever else it may be, human, android, I don't know. They could do a various amount of things, because I know you can obviously play as the different races in multiplayer, so it'd be really cool if we were able to customize our own alien. I think that would be the next logical leap, and it'd be really cool because in the original Mass Effect games you get to pick your own sort of backstory, whether you're born on the streets, or maybe if you're a war hero, that sort of thing. So I think they could definitely play into the different alien races, rich culture and history, and have that play into your backstory. Say for example you could start off the game as an Asari matriarch, for example. I think that'd be really cool, and then have like Shepard mentoring you through the story. I think that'd be super cool. Anyway everyone, thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there in sort of like a messy, rambly, unscripted video, because I have loads of comments on all my videos basically talking about the fact that I mentioned once upon a time, and I think it was 3 or 4 videos ago, I mentioned Shepard could be a mentor. So I just really wanted to give that more credence and more time in a video, as I think it is a super interesting idea, and I think games like, as I said earlier, the new Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC and Borderlands 2 did it really well. I'm actually playing through the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC at the moment, and I think they've done it really well. But for Mass Effect to do it well, I think they'd have to honour the past really well, because I think if they just basically discarded everyone's past history with Shepard and didn't accommodate to all players who played the original trilogy, I think they're going to have a really bad sort of backlash on their hands there. But hopefully if they can get Jennifer Hale and Mark Meer back as well to reprise their roles as Commander Shepard, maybe bring in a few other voice actors as well to voice Shepard, because you never know. Although those two are iconic to me, and as I said, if you were to bring back Commander Shepard, for me, you'd have to bring back Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale. But I do think it'd be a cool idea, say for example, if we got some other voice actors of different ethnicities to voice Shepard as well, just to add, again, a bit more of the fact that different people from all sorts of backgrounds can put themselves into the shoes of Commander Shepard, or just have them say, like, this was my Commander Shepard, this is what I want them to sound like, for example. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Tell me in the comments below, do you think Commander Shepard will return as a mentor? Will it be an NPC role, or do you think Shepard will be the main playable character? Personally, I don't think Liara will be it, and Ryder. So do you think we'll get a brand new playable protagonist? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.